taking the new contrast paints to a basic tabletop standard. Okay, Wargamers, let's do this. On the left, we have a model that just had the Skeleton Horde base coat. Then the trimmings were picked out in Balthazar Gold. The gun was painted in Abaddon Black. The tabard went over with the new Black Templar. So was the grenade. I was intending to do the stick with one of the browns, but I never got round to it. Now, I originally, if you have a look at his collar, you can see it's a lighter gold. I originally tried to use Retributor armor for the gold. It is too light, it's too close to the Skeleton Horde, so I went with Balthazar Gold, and I started painting him first. So this guy then has Balthazar Gold trimmings. Now, if you'll notice, he's also a fair bit lighter. What I did with him was I dry brushed it with Pallid Witch Flesh to lighten up the armor. I like the lighter armor. I'm going to see if I can thin out the Skeleton Horde and do a lighter touch of the Skeleton Horde, maybe 2 coats of that, which will be lighter on the broad surfaces and equally as dark in the recesses. But I do like the Skeleton Horde with the gold trimmings. His flesh was done with Guilliman flesh, which is, I think, very nice. I haven't picked out any of the details on that. This is just a rough tabletop standard, something you could say you could do a model in. I mean, base coating it took no time at all. Doing the trim, if you have a steady hand, takes no time at all. I don't have a steady hand, and it still takes no time at all. Picking out the guns and the weapons in Abaddon Black is easy enough. I'll just spin these guys around so you can see this shows off the difference much better with the Pallid Witch Flesh dry brush compared to the stock. So here we have some rough and ready Salamanders. He's had nothing done to him except the black trimmings picked out and the gold painted on. And if anybody says that the backpack is black because I splodged black paint on it when I was doing the shoulder pad and figured I might as well paint the whole thing black, is a liar, dirty liar, didn't happen. The guy on the right, now he was very lightly dry brushed again with moot green, which would be my standard highlight colour, and I do like both, I have to say. For reference, the gold is Retributor armor, the black is either Abaddon Black or Black Templar, the new contrast one. But again, I would be most happy with these for tabletop standard. You'll see bits missed, and the leather effect was essentially done with one of the contrast paints just on top of the green. It covered it up very nicely. I've just seen I've missed his purity seal, and I didn't shade any of the purity seals. This was basically a rough and ready tabletop standard, not going over any of the mistakes, trying to fix anything. It was literally just paint it quickly, how fast can it be done, and it is no time at all. His face was painted in Mechanica Standard Grey. Then I went over that with the Black Templar. Normally what I would do is paint them in Mechanica Standard Grey, then go over them with some Nuln oil a couple of times, just to get the lovely dark skin of the Salamanders. But with the Black Templar, I might try it on a lighter grey, just to save me having to do any highlights. But all in all, I can't complain about either of these two models. So let's look at the Space Wolves. So once again, we have one that's been dry brushed and one that hasn't. I dry brushed this fellow, actually with Pallid Witch Flesh again, just because that's what I had handy, and it looks really good. It actually looks really, really good. I'm surprised at how well that came up. I did experiment with one of the contrast yellows on his shoulder pad, so I'll zoom in a little bit on that. I don't really like it. It's roughly the same yellow that is Everland Sunset. It's roughly the same, but I just could not get a smooth coat no matter what I tried. I did one really heavily. I don't like that at all. I did that one much lighter, and while it's gone into the shoulders, yeah. I think if I was doing them properly, I would use Averland Sunset and then Agrax Earthshade in the corners, the way I would normally do them. I just don't think that works on the shoulder pads. This guy has just Averland Sunset. I haven't shaded them. His packs there are just one of the browns. The blacks are literally just the Black Templar over the top of it. The gold again is Retributor armor. I really, really, really do like him. I think that is a lovely effect. So, I think if you can get a smoother base coat, I think this will work really well. Like the Skeleton Horde gives you a fairly good smooth base coat right off the bat. There's not much you need to do with it. The Space Wolves Grey and the Warp Lightning need a bit more smoothing, so I'm hoping thinning those with the contrast mediums will help. I think what I'm going to need to do now is strip these down back to the bare plastic so I can start again, which I do quite a lot. But so the next video will probably be a how to strip your minis, which hopefully will get past the Google filter. Until then, have fun, happy wargaming, see you next time.